Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Maybe we'll do some challenges today. It's embarrassing to me that we've had to skip 2 in a row. I think we have done it, well, not skip, but like do and then get our ass kicked. I've heard the Pong challenge is probably regarded as the most fun challenge. 8YZS P3WF, I think, what in the world? Oh. We have the world's most ridiculous rate of fire, ridiculously low that is, and then rubber cement and piercing shots. How often can we shoot? I'm assuming it's timed, so we only get to shoot when our first tier actually dies. Like, I'm holding the button right now. Yeah, it's just after your first tier falls off. Which invites me to another point. Do not shoot when you exit a room, because you will not be able to shoot when you enter the next room. That seems a little dangerous. But this is a cool idea for a challenge, actually, and I'm hopeful that we can get through this one, get a little morale back, and feel a little bit better about ourselves. I mean, honestly, we have 100 damage, so I would never go so far as to suggest that this run is not fair right now. We do have to, you know, not get absolutely smoked by enemies. You know, we're not really killing it in that department. Okay, why carry an amnesia pill? All playing aside, Andre. Why get married, baby? Why? That's, you know, Bun B from the International Players Anthem prologue to the music video. Either way, we will get boss items, I assume. That's not really a boss item I'm particularly thrilled about, but, short of getting, like, a tiers upgrade, I guess it's valuable enough in and of itself. And we will look for deals with the devil, but honestly, oh my god, the tier is just getting... This room is not plausible. I can't get a tier in there, dude. Well, that was a great little deflection there, but creates some issues. Basically, like, I am understanding, I think, the strengths and weaknesses of this run pretty much right off the bat. We are absurdly strong. What happened to that guy? He got winded or something. We are absurdly strong, but if we ever miss, we're gonna be stuck for a while waiting for that tier to come back around, or to fire a better one, for that matter. So, I think that we may actually want to prioritize HP. I've been saying this a lot on challenges, but I really feel like deals with the devil, there's a case to be made that challenges are the right time to try to make deal with the angel meta work. I don't know if that was so bad. Well, there goes our deal with the devil anyway, but in all likelihood. I don't know if this is the right time to test it, but we may have accidentally screwed ourselves out of the first deal with the devil, so either way, whatever strategy we're trying to operate here is gonna be waiting a little longer than I'd like to get it to happen here. Okay, wait until the tier delay comes back. We're good. Bosses, especially Pin, should die in one hit. And I got hit again. A little embarrassing to get hit by Pin, especially after he died. But that's okay. We'll head down to the next floor. Truth be told, we certainly do not need a damage upgrade. I would love a tiers upgrade, but it's probably not... Yeah, why not? It's probably not essential. We got a speed and a range upgrade from Zodiac. I have no idea what Zodiac item can give us a tiers plus range upgrade. I'm trying to think about it right now. Get over there. You know what we need actually is the parasite, so we can have a big old Dorito tier here. I don't know if that's actually actually the parasite might be incredible for us. Or to put it in Hearthstone terms, that might be incredible. We could get piercing shots that also bounce, that also deal 100 damage each. And any way to kind of like artificially flood the screen with tears, that was so good, would be amazing right now, because, I mean, we're not genuinely getting a whole lot of tears because our rate of fire is obviously on the not so amazing side. I don't want to say that our rate of fire is bad, because our rate of fire is actually fine because we have 100 damage. If we had 3 damage, I would have R'd this run 2 seconds ago, because it's freaking horrible. But with 100 damage, A rate of fire that's, 150 is not really that much of a problem. Well, thank God I had the foresight to get that Spirit Heart, knowing that I know myself and have a tendency to not always, avoid damage where it is prudent. Keep in mind, no item rooms, so we will probably go a little faster through these floors just because we can, more or less. And beyond that, we may or may not go to the curse room. It's going to depend on how things go here. We have 100% deal with the devil chance right now. Pulse Worm, if it increases the hitbox of our tier, that's fine by me, just because it makes it, that was beautiful. Just because it makes it more likely that we'll land a shot in general. Moldy Bread is more HP. Ideal items, like, give me Pact or Mark or something. Whore of Babylon. I'll take Whore of Babylon for precedent. It's honestly not worth it for us to get Brother Bobby here. But Whore of Babylon is not going to do anything for us right now if we're lucky enough to get Guppy's head. Guppy's paw. We could get some DPS, well, an all stats upgrade out of it effectively, so. But mostly I'm just looking for an opportunity to have more HP in the future that we can trade away for something by taking precedent. We don't actually have piercing shots. I don't know why I said we have piercing shots. Wait, we do have piercing shots. They just ricochet whenever they touch an enemy anyway. Unless it kills them, probably even if it kills them. Thinking about, 6 bombs, secret room possibilities. I guess it probably is right there. What? Maybe no secret room? I've had a lot more trouble with secret room generation lately than I'm used to. Might as well. Alrighty then, I will take this and give ourselves the best deal with the devil chance possible for the future. Not really much point in taking more options. We'd get, instead of 0 items in item rooms that do not exist, we would get 0 items in item rooms because they do not exist. So we have poison tiers on this floor. I broke my own cardinal rule, which is don't fire when you're exiting a room. Let's be honest. The poison tiers is not going to be game breaking. We're already dealing enough damage that if our tier touches an enemy, they're probably going to die on that first hit. Unless they're a boss, in which case we might get like a marginal bonus out of the poison, but the poison is not that good to begin with. So I'm happy to have it. I mean, it's rare for us on this run to even be able to get an item in the first place, so I'll take what I can get. Explosive diarrhea is no problem. Did you know that, I saw this on Reddit, I'm just stealing it, but, people oftentimes forget that, the entire world isn't necessarily super developed, and that diarrhea is one of the most common preventable causes of death in the world, but beyond that, it was the single largest causer of death in the American Civil War, and apparently, and I'm guilty of only reading the headline on this one, but apparently, soldiers had like a code of honor that if you ever came across an enemy soldier who was taking a poop, nah, it's not good enough. If you ever came across an enemy soldier who was taking a poop, you would just let them finish. To which I have to say, I would love to see that, like, reenacted in a historically accurate way. Because you're a soldier for the Union or the Confederacy. You come across an enemy, they're pooping in the woods. And you go, oh, well, it would just be downright non-congenial to shoot them while they're taking a shit. Okay, they're done. Like, they're dead, right? Or do you let them get like a 100-foot head start or something before you take a shot? Or do you literally just let them pull their pants up? And I don't understand, like, I get it, like, you don't want to shoot anybody who's taking a poop because you wouldn't want to get shot while you're taking a poop. But I also would not want to just be shot immediately upon finishing my poop either. I would like to, I would rather survive the war, I guess, to begin with, but, let me go out on the field of battle, I suppose, and see, let me go out in a toilet, not on the toilet, you know what I mean? Maybe they just let them go if they found them, but, it beats me either way. Canada never had a civil war. The closest thing is the rivalry between the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And it gets pretty heated. Like, sometimes we... Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Sometimes we'll even forget to, you know, say sorry after we cross the line, you know? It happens. I'm not happy to admit it, you know? It's downright impolite. But I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan because I live in Vancouver, so all the other Canadian fans hate me anyway because they perceive us as being smug. And yeah, okay, we rioted when... I wasn't here. I didn't even live in the country at that time, but the city rioted when they lost in the Stanley Cup Finals, and they broke the dang glass at the Telus station. It was just, well, that, you want to talk about impolite. Anyway, Pong. Great game. All-time classic. Not really, like... You know, there's some video games. I feel like, obviously, technology is important in movie making, and technology is important in music producing. I don't know about painting, to be honest with you. I just don't know enough about it. Not that I know that much about music production and movie making as well, but in video games, I really feel like technology's helped out a great deal. That's not to say that, you know, modern video games are better than older video games. So people are going to be like, what about Super Metroid, you know? What about A Link to the Past? What about Sonic the Hedgehog 2? What about Super Mario Bros. 3? You got great answers there, you know? And for many of you, when I say old games, you're probably thinking like N64, PS2 era even. And I think that's actually fair. But I'm talking about like, you know, back in the late 70s. Like, what's your favorite game? Pong? Pong... I have a great respect for it as, like, one of the first, I thought our rate of fire was actually worse here for a second. We have Gemini on this floor. Great respect for it as, like, you know, the first home console, more or less. But let's be real. Pong is kind of shitty, right? Like, I don't mean it to be rude. It's just not, by modern standards, it's pretty terrible. Whereas you listen to, like, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, and you're like, well... that's still got it going on. And I think maybe I'm just looking at it from a different era. Like, maybe Pong is not Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Maybe Pong is like, you know, Gregorian chants in a cave in Western France or something like that. We should go to the shop. We got enough money. So I might be, like, maybe Fifth Symphony is like our Ocarina of Time or something like that. I'll take Deep Pockets. Why not? You know what? Let's check on that. The Son, very valuable as well. Keybaggers do not give you a bonus deal with the Devil Chance. Like, I'll even go ahead and say it. I actually like the game. You're just not taking damage, huh? Wow, that was really good. I actually like Donkey Kong. I respect, you know, the pattern recognition that you need to have to succeed in Donkey Kong, although I'm not there myself. If you compare Donkey Kong to, like, you know, let me think of something. Even, like, a game that is well-respected, but maybe not necessarily considered an all-time classic, like, you know, Shadow of Mordor or something like that. If you came out with both of those games on the same day in 1986, which one do you think is getting a 10 from Nintendo Power? Which one do you think is getting a 6? Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor is getting a 10. I'm just there to be like, it's movie quality. I don't know why they're Australian now. Don't go to the Cineplex and see Back to the Future, which came out 1 year before this hypothetical scenario. But then also, Shadow of Mordor would have cost like $95 in contemporary prices back then, which with inflation is like $1.2 million. Could have gotten yourself like could have signed Michael Jordan with that amount of money. So I figured, like, right now, why wouldn't I just go down? We're missing out on the shop, admittedly, but who freaking cares? We have to. I mean, number one might be awesome, admittedly, and actually, so might the Skinny Odd Mushroom. But how could I not take Spoonbender, homing, amazing, high damage, bouncing tiers? Like, I feel like this is gonna make our DPS so much more available. Although I have noticed that sometimes our tiers have gotten stuck on enemies, which in contrast to, like, popular belief is actually a bad thing. because when the tiers get stuck, they don't do any more damage. So we do need them to bounce in order to make this work. I also I love getting Isaac items. I love getting items in Isaac. Like, that's half the fun, is that, like, you know, slot machine lever pull, where you're like, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? That's not that good. Pull it again, you know? And this is one of the very few ways... Yeah, I see the problem there. This is one of the few ways that we're actually able to get items on this challenge, because, you know, item rooms don't exist, so... I'll take what I can get. There we go. We just need we need rubber cement to touch a wall, or the rubber cement tier rather, to touch a wall in order to start dealing damage to enemies again. So that's actually like worth noting as we come through here. I will say I think the idea of homing tiers has ended up being better than the execution of homing tiers for me personally here. Because if you only have one enemy left, you get stuck in a situation like this. But I think that this will pay for itself easily on rooms that are full of difficult enemies. Like, on oh my lord. On rooms that have one enemy who's very strong, it's not going to be as good probably. But on rooms that have a lot of enemies that are fairly weak, this tier is just going to chew them up. And you'll notice, like, bosses that have a lot of hitboxes but are not tanky are getting torn up as well right now. The principal problem for us is bosses who only take damage from like one specific spot and also have a lot of HP to go along with it. So I'm trying to get shots to ricochet, you know, off of a wall when I send them in here, because when that happens, we slay them. They're crushed. But you can also have situations like this where you just have a tier that bounces around doing nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves no. I stepped on maybe a creep there, I think. Either way, like, we have the sun card, so I don't think we're in too tough here. Oh, that's bad. Not to mention we have a lot of red hearts just kind of sitting there on the ground. At least our hitbox is large enough that it can hit enemies in situations you wouldn't expect. Come on, dude. Come on. You're gonna hang out over top of the rock? You're gonna hit the attic and hide out for about 2 weeks? Ain't nobody scum as me. My name's Adversary. Why'd you pronounce it weirdly in this Outcast parody? Okay, I don't like that you're hiding in the red poops. Like, you take a little damage from the red poop, but I really need you to get the heck out of the way here so I can actually hit you. I gambled incorrectly, but so did he. This is like the perfect time to test whether my Hush ideology is right. You know, is this the ideal run to beat Hush? We have extremely low rates of fire with enormous damage. Wow, that actually seemed faster than I thought it would be. Butt bombs, it's just okay, but, you know, life goes on. Oh, not life goes on. I mean, we got a good item there. I think we're going to be relatively set here. This challenge has been pretty easy so far. No rate of fire increases, and honestly, I think I prefer that because it's keeping the spirit of the challenge alive, you know? This challenge isn't meant to be cheesed with, oh, I got soy milk, easy win, right? This challenge is like, it's a test of your dodging skill to some extent. Sure, I mean, I guess I'll take that. A luck upgrade don't hurt. I would love to get a, I'd love to get a spacebar item. 100%, oh no, 66% Joker chance here. And by Joker, I mean Devil. 100% Joker chance because we're holding the Joker card. Oh, I was like, I bet we can make it, but it might be tight. And it ended up being a little tight. But we're getting stronger every single floor here. I wonder if actually Skinny Odd Mushroom is the right play, because... Oh, actually, you know what? I bet number 1 is the right play, because our range is not going to be that bad regardless, right? Let's not take that pill yet. What I mean... Oh, that's succubus, but I'll still take it. And our flies are going to do so much damage. Puberty. That's fine. What I mean is, like, rubber cement... I guess we could have low range with rubber cement. Like, right now we have ridiculous range. But we could get to low range. Well, money well spent. If we took number 1. And I don't know if number 1 affects you proportionally. If it's just like you lose 90% of your range. Or if number 1 is like... You know, you lose like 10 range. Because losing 10 range is nothing. We might as well wait this out. There we go. And again, our flies are actually going to be... They should instantly become like our best damage dealers. Because I can fire them 20 times more often than I can fire anything else. Oh, I forgot about the whole Whore of Babylon action here. I don't want flush. I want to keep the D6. You know what? I don't think our damage or our tiers can be affected on this run. Which is good in the sense that I didn't spend a whole lot of time trying to make that, you know, get willed into existence. But yeah, it really feels like... I mean, when I just picked up Whore of Babylon, we did not have a statistical increase, so... If Succubus, if its shadow does damage based on our damage, we have accidentally picked up like 2 of the absolute best devil deal items for this challenge. And it kind of seems like that's how it's working so far, doesn't it? Like, when the Succubus aura gets close to an enemy, they don't die. They actually melt. Like, they're gone in a second here. Which is 60 times faster than you would be gone if you asked Nicolas Cage to do the same job. So I'm very pleased with that. And did you see how much damage a single rotten baby fly does? I mean, that's because it does double the damage that we do as well. But, like, that is absurdly good. Should we fight Hush? I mean, we shouldn't. Am I going to? I might give it a try. You know, I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. And by might, I mean I'm obviously going to. We should have used the Joker card there as well, but... You know, we're unlikely to get too many more Joker cards, so... Honestly, this is like a pretty good reroll there. We need to take Polyphemus, there's no question. Although it may not affect us at all. Maybe it'll affect our tiers. So on this, we want spiders. That's no doubt. And then, Mama Mega. Here we go again. Mama, how can I resist you? I think we reroll these. Okay, SMB Superfan. Number 2. And then for trinkets, honestly, I think we can afford to take Liberty Cap and Monkey Paw. Take the Devil and the Sun card in. My thinking is like... Well, let's look for Tinted Rocks. My thinking is like... I mean, Pulse Worm makes our tier slightly larger. And admittedly, the D6 gets buffed. Alright, that's not amazing. The D6 gets buffed by the fact that we have the AAA battery charge, but we're not going to be re-rolling very much this late in the game, especially after the Hush fight to begin with. So even though homing tiers are actually kind of horrible here, Succubus, Flies, and Spiders are really like saving the day. So I think this fight is going to be completely fine. Trying to get shots to bounce off the wall, and then we'll get more value out of it here, but... Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. That's the ticket right there. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get more flies to actually aggro up there. That's the stuff right there. Yeah, we just want like a perfect back and forth here, or at least enough targets that we can get our tier to deviate from just hitting the hitbox of the Hush. And that should give us a dope way forward here. So again, you know, is this smart? No, but if you're only doing the challenges one time, and if the challenge has been relatively good, relatively nice to you, why not try to, you know, take it to the next level? Take it to the level of, like, illogical absurdity, because if you're only getting one crack at it, Why not make that crack count, you know? We're not in a desperate situation. We're in a, actually, like, a very, very comfortable situation. And, dude, the succubus is so good. I would love, you know, just throwing this out there as an option. I would love for our flies to actually aggro. Well, they are hitting the ones close to me. The enemies close to me, but... We're gonna be fine, by the way. I mean, there's a reason that I took the sun card in here. That's you gotta have the knowledge that things could go terribly wrong. But the sun card will give us a lot of survivability. I'm using bombs now because I don't want to waste my my rate of fire. We only get shots so rarely. Come on, Rotten Baby. Like, I love you. You're dropping the ball on this one, though. There we go. We got through it. That's no problem. And that really, like, it should never get harder than that for us. You know what I'm thinking. I mean, how could you not know what I'm thinking, right? We gotta! I'm actually really happy that we got just black hearts here. How could we not? And actually, I think now we'll take Monkey Paw. If we could beat the challenge by going the void path, we've gotta try. And you know what? Let's say that this makes us even. If I get this done on the void path, on this challenge, not that it's the hardest challenge in the game, of course, but I am absolved of my sins for earlier void mistakes. That's what I'm just gonna say, right? Even if you don't agree, that's what I'm gonna say. You can't stop me because it's a one-sided conversation right now. So if we succeed here, I am absolved of my earlier mistakes. What do you get if I lose? Well, you get the satisfaction of watching me, like, fuck this up royally. So Guppy's Collar. It's hard to get me to not take a Guppy item. Even this late in the game, Guppy's Collar will probably be useless, but I don't want to be the guy who's like, you know, I chose not to take it. Brownie. Beautiful. Lovely. I think we'll take HP because it makes the Sun card that much better. So there's several boss fights. Didn't really want that full heart. Of course, we're hoping to not get the, Delirium. That's fine. The adversary, there's no problem. No problem there. He has been slain. Bomb bag gets re-rolled. Maybe get a better trinket out of the box. Nope. Wheel of Fortune, though? Nothing much there. And, like, Curse of the Maze, effectively. Well, let's try this again. No Delirium. Triachnid is like an ideal boss fight. You just shoot him once and he's gone. I guess we'll take Pokego. Now this, we're getting to the point it's probably Delirium. Mama Gertie, also ideal boss fight. Stands close to walls, very helpful for us. I mean, there is a battery charge back there, so we should probably just go re-roll this one right away. Now, if this is bugged and doesn't give me a charmed one tooth appears. If this is bugged and does not give me the challenge victory for this, oh, I will be displeased, I'll tell you that much. So, we got like a 20% chance that each of these boss fights is Delirium. The longer we go without fighting Delirium, the better it is for us. Okay, speed upgrade is actually not bad. Liberty Cap occasionally is giving us a mushroom that speeds us up, but to have a slightly better speed is better in the first place, of course. We're just gonna, I mean, you might have a hunch for which fight is Delirium, and maybe there is methodology for that, but I think right now my understanding is that, oh, we have Taurus right now. That's actually pretty nice. My understanding right now is that it's all equal likelihoods, so we're just gonna go to the boss fight that is closest to us. And actually, we can get at least one fly out of Rotten Baby with every Taurus, which is nice. Because that one fly does a not insignificant amount of damage. Isaac, totally, again, acceptable fight here. It would be better to have more flies, but we don't have too much control over that, so... Mom's bottle of pills. Not even close to the mom transformation, I think. 2 something's wrong pills. Obviously, we need the sun card. Just go do one more room here. Actually, this is great. Well, okay. Look, I'm wasting bombs. If you want to be technical, I have number 2. So anytime I'm not just creating a bomb out of the ether is a waste of a bomb, but... Reroll mom's bottle of pills. Pentagram, which probably does nothing for us. Yes, okay. So if you want to talk about muscle memory, you know, going to the void is one thing. How about never picking up a damage or tears upgrade because they're not worth anything now? There's delirium. A charmed fat bat appears. Well. Okay. Sure. We're gonna get hit from... We're probably gonna get hit kind of a lot here. And I accept this as a natural consequence of doing business down here. But we are gonna do a ton of damage. If we can get that bonus, like, succubus damage, even better. And remember, we got the sun card. We also have something's wrong, which, I don't know if I want to pop down, because I think it pops down creep. And I mean, it's creep that only messes up movement. It doesn't actually deal damage, I think, but I don't really want to. Really, though, like with that, I don't really want to mess with my movement at all. I was not happy with that situation. Okay. Taking too much damage too fast, but we do still have a sun card. All is not lost. Just stand in the succubus range for as long as possible, please. Oh, we almost made it there. Okay, watch for the next hit. That's the important one. I hit a tear. No, I probably hit the mushroom. That's fair, fair, fair. We're actually going to be fine as long as we don't fuck this up royally. But it looked bad for a minute there. Yeah, we got it. In fact, we were very close to succeeding without the use of the sun card. Please tell me that counts as a challenge victory. Beautiful. We've done it. Amazing. Greed's Gullet. Fun challenge. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.